Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be making a soap from all of those bay leaves that I harvested and dehydrated a couple of videos back. And if you are curious about that whole process, then there is a link to that down below, I think, and I hope. I hope I remember to do it. But for this video, we're going to try to make a soap out of it because I've heard that bay leaves are actually a really great ingredient to use in skincare. But before I do, check out this amazing display stand that I found at Goodwill. Only $12.99. And what I plan to do with this stand is to fill it with bath bombs and to put it into the store that I have my products in right now. I have always wanted a display stand like this for use in farmers markets when I was vending in farmers markets, and they were always so expensive. So me finding one in Goodwill, I feel like it was meant to be. I like how the top is tilted forward. So whatever product you decide to put into here, it's going to be facing the customer for easy access. And don't worry, I will show you what this looks like with the product inside of it, which I plan to do tomorrow. Check out your local Goodwills for anything display stand wise, because I have found everything from my Goodwills and all at $12.99 or less. Here are the bay leaves. They're still in the dehydrator. And as you can see, they are pretty brittle now. So if I were to bend them a little bit, they crack, and that's what you want to see when you dehydrate anything. You want them to be pretty dry. For storing dehydrated things, I heard mason jars are good. Anything with a tight lid that keeps air and water out is good for your dehydrated supplies. So that's what I have here, just a mason jar. And I'm just gonna put the leaves in there. I've used some of these in cooking already and they are so good. But for my soap making, I'll show you what I do. And this is what I'm hoping to do moving forward with a lot of things that grow in my garden. The challenge though is first growing that thing successfully in my garden before I can dehydrate it. I also want to send a few of these leaves to my friend July. She is the owner of Winston and Walter, the soap mold company. She's amazing. I genuinely love her as a person, and she's been going through a lot. So I don't know if she'll see this, but I hope my leaves and other little things, a little care package, will put a smile on her face and make her day just a little bit more cheerful. Wow. Okay, so my mason jar is getting filled up pretty fast. Okay, so I have my jar of smaller leaves that I plan to use to cook with, and then I have my bigger leaves here for my skincare making. So what I'm going to do with these guys is grind them up a little bit so that they can infuse the oils the way I need them to for my soap. Good morning, everybody. It is the next day, and I do want to cut my soaps today, and I will definitely show you that. But the first order of business will be labeling these lotions because I plan on making a drop to my consignment store today at lunchtime. So I'm gonna get these labeled. I have this display here because I want to add some bath bombs to it and hopefully set it up at the store. And I also want to package some conditioner bars. So that's gonna be the next little bit. And then we're gonna do that at the store and then come back here, cut that soap. And then that will be the main things on my agenda today that I need to get done. I am so excited for my website restock that's coming up on Monday and adding these amazing goat's milk creams to it. I want to continue making more scents available because right now it's just the two. I'm trying to do as much as I can with the time that I have. I'm getting better at that. My time management skills aren't the best, but when it comes to something like that, practice and just keep doing it. I slept in a lot yesterday and I was really mad at myself, but I have to remind myself that it's okay. Baby steps. So I'm working on waking up earlier so that I can get more done during the day. So this is what those lotions look like. It's kind of a plainer design. I've moved more towards that because, to be honest, it's just so much work having to update and make new labels if I add designs and colors to it. So just don't have the time for it. Someday I might have a graphic designer where I can make these requests and their sole job is to update all my labels and create new and beautiful labels. But if I'm just running a business by myself, I can't keep up with that. Plus I change scents so much that it's kind of hard to keep up with me and myself. I also recently made a really big fragrance purchase from both Brambleberry and Mo Rouge Canada, and I'm deciding on whether or not I want to do an unboxing with you guys so you can see what scents I have. I'm not sure if you guys enjoy the fragrance haul unboxings, so let me know in the comments if you're curious as to what scents that I got. But it's a lot. And it should give you an idea about where I see my company going in terms of scents that I want to release and the whole vibe that I'm trying to go for moving forward. But it's definitely something that fits me and my interests in this stage of my life. I feel like I've gone through a lot of changes with the company, but each time has felt right in the moment that I was in at the time. And that's how I feel about this as well. It's hard to predict the future. I always say like, oh, I've found the look and the branding that I'm going to stick with, and then I don't stick with it. So I'm not going to make any predictions about anything right now. I'm just going with the flow and doing my best. And that's all you can do at the end of the day. All right. So I've got the lavender ones done. Now to work on the rosemary mint. So I've labeled my lotions, and the next on the to-do list are these conditioner bars, and look how beautiful they are. They're actually colored with beetroot powder, and beetroot powder does not dissolve in oil, which is what the majority of this conditioner bar is. There's only a tiny bit of water. So when I mixed my beetroot powder into my conditioner bar mix, it didn't really dissolve, but it did color the conditioner bar a nice pale pink with the majority of the beetroot powder settling on the bottom, and I don't actually mind that at all. When it comes to my conditioner bars, I like using this side, or the side where the herbs and colorants have maybe settled to the bottom, as the side that I use for my hair, and as I use it, it'll get less and less, but it just makes for a really nice experience, I find, and I think visually it looks kind of cool. I also have rose petals in here and little bits of lavender buds. And when it comes to packaging these conditioner bars, I just take a bag like this, which might be a little too big for these, but that's okay. I put a conditioner bar into the package, I fold it down, and seal it with my labels. Just like that. And that's what that looks like right there. I think they look really cute. So I'm just going to do a few of those, and then we're gonna head over to the consignment store. So here is some of my product in the display, and I don't plan on keeping it this way, but just playing around with different ways that we can arrange things. Here are my lotions that I'm planning to bring, and here are the conditioner bars, and down here are some bath bombs. And I do plan on making bath bombs for the restock on February 3rd. So don't worry. There are so many messages that I get asking when I'm bringing bath bombs back. It's coming, I promise. But yeah, that's it for now. It doesn't look like a lot, but this is a good start. So here is the solidified soap that's ready to be cut. It's in its silicone mold still. I love how the greens pop in the soap, and it smells as good as it looks. It smells just as fresh as it looks. And I know we're nearing Valentine's Day and everyone is thinking florals and maybe pastry scents, but I really wanted to do this bay herbal soap, which is a little bit different, but I think it turned out beautiful. So here is the soap. Look how beautiful it is, and you can see the speckles from the bay leaves, the crushed up bay leaves along the sides of the soap. I'm really excited to cut into it, so let's go ahead and do that. And here's what it looks like in the middle of the loaf. And isn't that so beautiful? Now for the rest of them. Oh, I think it turned out gorgeous. I am noticing that there is the slightest brown ring around the edge of the soap. I don't know if you can see it or if it is translating through the screen. There is 0 vanilla content in the tobacco and bay leaf fragrance oil that I used from Brambleberry, but there is a note that it does discolor to tan, so maybe that's why it's a little brown on the edges. And the bits of bay leaf that are in the soap, although they're green right now, they will definitely darken to a darker brown color as time goes by. And here's the last of it. I am so excited with how these soaps turned out. I think they look absolutely beautiful and they smell so fresh and so soothing, which I think is a great combo if you're making a bay leaf soap or an herbal soap. You definitely want the experience to be soothing. So I think eucalyptus essential oil and the green tea fragrance oil absolutely encompasses that, as long as the little bit of tobacco and bay leaf fragrance oil that I used from Brambleberry, that whole combo is absolute magic, and I'm so pleased with these soaps. But that is the video today. Thank you so much for joining me. I had such an amazing time making these soaps, and I really hope that you join me for the next video if you also had an amazing time. And if you want to make these soaps exactly how I made them, then you can also do that. There is a link to the recipe down below. You don't have to join the Patreon. You can just purchase the post or access to the post along with all of the attached PDFs, which will include not just the recipe write-up for this, but also the soap calc PDF, which will show you the values of what this formula creates in a bar of soap. So it'll tell you the hardness value. It will show you little notes that speak to how much citric acid I used in these soaps. Just a lot of great detail and a lot of value. You can just do a one-off purchase if that's all you're interested in. And I am very excited to be sending these soaps to my Soap of the Month Club and Golden Patrons on Patreon. I don't think I will be posting any leftovers, but that is a video I can't wait to show you more. So until those videos come out, keep smiling, keep being awesome, and keep making beautiful things like bay leaf soap. Bye guys.